Welcome, 8th grade. So, yesterday, or a little earlier today, we went over this. Here are the videos that I promised. I couldn't do them last night. My daughters were sleeping, and I talk way too loud. So, with exponents, we are going to move through these and go pretty quickly. I saw most of you on today, but there were a few that I didn't. I will need to see you. That is part of your grade. I'm looking for that. So, with number 1, that means 5 to the 4th power. All right. Or when we multiply it out, 625. 3 to the 3rd power, or 27. All right. This one means negative 7 to the 3rd power, or negative 243 or 343. The importance of having the negative inside the parentheses is going to become evident later on. All right. This one means 9 to the 2nd power, or 81. All right. Now, we'll skip over this a little bit. We'll learn to evaluate expressions with exponents. So we've got all the forms. We've done this before. The base is the number that is a little bit smaller. The exponent is lifted and above to the right. That's the exponent. This would mean 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 7 times. All right, that's what this base and exponent mean. Sometimes they say it's 2 raised to the 2nd power. Okay. Now on here, we'll see that there are 4 4s, so that would be 4 to the 4th power. On here, negative 6 3 times, so that would be negative 6 to the 3rd power. It is very important that it be written this power. This is saying negative 6 to the 3rd power. But if we look down here in the reading math, that is saying the opposite of 6 cubed. So those are different answers. Another important thing, if you have an odd exponent and a negative number that you're cubing, odd exponent and a negative number, you will get a negative answer. If you have a negative number and an even exponent, you will get a positive answer. That's something, a trick that you can learn and know. All right, with this one, we must look at the things that are the same. So we look at the 5s. There are 2 5s. We look at the D's. There are 4 D's. It's important that we write this as 5 squared times D to the 4th. You can only make exponents for things that are the same. Okay? Write an exponential form. So that would be x to the, hopefully you know, 5th. This would be D to the 3rd. All right. With this one, again, you must look at the 2 individual parts. So hopefully you'll take a guess at it. And hopefully your guess shows you that it's 7 squared times b squared. There being no marks between them shows that it is multiplication because we have a number and a variable. That shows that, yes, there is multiplication going on. Now, A and B, you should see that these two are not necessarily the same. The top one is saying 3 to the 5th power, just like that. And when we get the answer, it's 243. The bottom one is saying negative 3 to the 5th power. Okay? So negative 3 5 times. When we do that, we get a negative 243. All right? So that is our answer there. Those are different problems. Looking on, this says negative 4 to the 4th power. The answer, should it be positive or negative, since our exponent is a even number? Hopefully you said positive, and there's what you get. Positive 256. With this one, do not worry about the fact that it's a fraction. This still means 1/2 times itself 8 times. So we do all the 1s times themselves, we get 1. Do all the 2s 8 times, that's 64. 1 over 64 is your answer. All right. Now, when we go here, this is 7 to the 4th power. 7 to the 4th power is 7 times itself 4 times. Our answer is 2,401. All right, you can do that on a calculator or on the side of your paper, but it does need to be done. This one, it means negative 9 times negative 9 times negative 9. Or for a negative answer. So a negative number with an odd exponent, negative answer. All right, we get negative 729. Now notice C is the one I wanted to make sure we got to extra good, because when we go there, this is different than the previous page. The negative 9 cubed, this is not negative 5 cubed. This is saying 5 times 5. It is saying only square the things in the parentheses, and don't forget this negative is on the outside there. So you get negative 25 as your answer for this one, because of the negative being to the outside. Okay? All right. Now, this one means 9 to the 7th power. Definitely do that multiplication on a calculator. Not necessary to do it by hand. All right. We're going to have you plug in the numbers. You guys have been doing this for a long time. Plugging them in the correct way is important. So we have that equation. Then we plug in the numbers, and it looks like this. According to PEMDAS, the first things we should focus on would be the stuff in parentheses. So we look here. 2 to the 4th power. 3 to the 2nd power. Exponents should be the next thing we focus on. We do the exponent ones. Oh, notice they even evaluated the 4 squared. So now we get 2 to the 4th is 16. Notice we just bring the negative down because we were just saying this is 3 squared. All right? It's saying 2 to the 4th power minus 3 squared. So we do the exponents and we still have this problem. From there, it's PEMDAS, which you guys are very good at. So we do the subtraction inside the parentheses. Then notice the 4 by the parentheses. That means multiplication. So 28 after we do 4 times 7. And then we get 44, as our final answer when we follow that order of operations. We evaluate again with different numbers this time. We plug in our numbers and we've got this. Hopefully you're seeing that you should focus on the exponents first that are inside parentheses. When we do that, we get 32 minus 25 because we're just saying 5 squared. All right, there's no parentheses around the subtraction to say that we're including that. All right, from there, you guys know them pretty well. That would be 7 when we focus on those red letters. Then we have to focus on the multiplication. All right, so 60 minus 49, and we get our answer. Now, another one where we plug stuff in. So we put this in. The first thing that we need to focus on, all right, we have to focus on the exponents first. So 7 squared. We've done that, 49. Then, according to PEMDAS, we've got to take 3 times 7. That's a 21. Then we can do our subtraction. Then we can do our multiplication. I like to think about it as 28 over 1. Oh, I can reduce. Divide by 2, divide by 2. I get my 14. Oh, and 14 is my answer then. Okay? Don't forget, any number can always have a 1 under it because that doesn't change it. 28 divided by 1 is still 28. All right. And then you can see that there are 14 different diagonals they can do this, used in diamond cutting to get that perfect gem. All right. A 4-sided figure. So we put 4 in here. All right. We focus first on the exponent because that's PEMDAS approved. All right, that's 16. So then next we got to focus on the multiplication because that's what PEMDAS says next. Then we got our subtraction that we do. Then don't forget that this is 4 over 1. So, I can reduce again. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And we get 2 as our answer. All right. And we can see there are 2 diagonals anytime we have a 4-sided figure. All right, I think you guys are ready. I know you are. Good job, ladies and gentlemen.